Hi everyone, I wanted to jump on, say hello, introduce myself, and give you a little bit of insight as to which book for you to choose to start with. This isn't even all of the books, right? Like this is just a piece of what we have. So I thought I would give you a little bit of clarity in this video so that you know which training plan to start with. So first of all, I just want to say I'm in Spain. This is where I am based. I'm actually from California, but in 2010, long time ago, I was 20 years old and I left the USA permanently, and I have been working in Europe, mostly Europe, the Middle East, also Africa, Asia, all with Grand Prix horses. So I'm super excited to welcome you to our training plans. So I am FEI certified. I'm actually the only American with this certification. And the one thing that I really loved about when I was doing my FEI coaching is the structure, right? The plan, the systems. I liked having like a curriculum to kind of follow. And so we actually designed our own curriculum because that was just sort of a taster, right? There was still a big gap in the industry. And so what we've done, as you will see, we have, for example, here we have some show jumping workbooks and training plans, and we have some dressage workbooks and training plans. And we also have some endurance and trail books coming out and a whole bunch of other cool, fun stuff. So make sure you browse around on our website. But how these workbooks work is these books, one book equals 1 month of training plans. Okay, so during that month, you will see that every single book has a theme. Okay, so this book, Seeing Distances, Mastering Oxers, Bending Lines. Every month, you will be focusing on one theme. So for dressage riders, it might be mastering contact, okay? Perfecting your rhythm. It might be your position, okay? Every book is a specific theme. How it works is every week you are going to be given a new set of exercises, okay? It's going to be your warm-up, it's going to be your main exercise, and it's also going to be your cool down. Now, our warm-ups, those inside the book are all very similar. It doesn't matter if it's jumping or dressage. It's about getting the buttons working on your horse, right? So you're going to be following those warm-ups. There's a lot of really fun ones in there. Then for your main session, obviously for jumpers, you're going to have a variety of poles, cavalettis, and also jumping exercises. Every single book has different variations for you to follow, okay? So if you're new and you've never jumped before, you can do the entire training plan as poles on the ground, okay? If you're already competing in the 1m30 FEI international competitions, like some of our students are doing, then you can do these same exercises at your height, okay? But don't skip the poles, right? Still do the poles, even if you're Grand Prix, okay? Do the poles and then do it at your height, okay? There's gonna be different variations no matter what level you are. Now, some books are universal. Seeing Distances, every single person on the planet needs this, right? So I like to suggest for our jumpers or eventers, start with this book, okay? Start with the Seeing Distances, just because it gives you a really good base, a really good starting point. There's some really tricky stuff in this book. It's gonna seem easy, some of them, like week 1. It's simple, but simple doesn't mean it's easy. So that week 1, that's it. It's a pole, right? It's a fancy pole on the ground, okay? Obviously, if you're higher level, you'll do it as a pole and as a jump. But the exercise, like we made this pole very difficult, very challenging, right? So it's going to start out a little bit easier, and then it's gradually going to progress to more and more difficult obstacles or exercises. Week 4 is going to be a course. Okay, so if you're an eventer or a show jumper or you're just getting into jumping, week 4, you're going to have a course. You're going to put all the skills together that you've been practicing. If you are dressage and you're on the dressage path, okay, similar, you are still going to be using some poles, right? You're going to be using some poles and some cavalettis. Obviously, you don't have to jump, okay? But for our dressage riders, the great thing about dressage is for everyone, okay? So if you're a jumper, honestly, if you're riding 5 or 6 times a week, for example, you might do your dressage workbook Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then your jumping workbook, Friday, Saturday, okay? So you're going to take advantage of both of these if you're a jumper or an eventer. But if you're an endurance rider, dressage rider, hobby rider, trail rider, it doesn't matter. Every single person is going to benefit from these dressage workbooks. So obviously we have a variety of topics. Some are more difficult than others. Mastering contact, if you don't even have rhythm, right? you don't need to be doing contact, okay? So you can do these books in order, or if you're a little bit more advanced, you can kind of pick and choose and say, hey, month 1, I'm going to focus on my position. Month 2, I need a sticky butt. Month 3, I'm going to work on perfecting those turns because my horse likes to fall in those corners and circles. So I'm going to work on that for the month of September. Okay, so you can kind of mix and match your training plans to suit you and your horse's needs. Again, if you're a jumper, you might do a little of both. Okay, you might be doing 2 workbooks at once. That's totally up to you. If you are a dressage rider, however, I do like to recommend you start with this book, Perfecting Rhythm. Again, it might seem easy, okay? Even if you're a higher level rider and you're a bit more advanced, it might seem easy, but simple does not mean it's easy, okay? You're going to be having some exercises in here that will help you with perfecting your rhythm. Okay, so if you have a hot horse that's always going faster than you need it to, or maybe a super lazy horse that's always on the sluggish side, kind of dragging their feet, this book, that's why we like to start with this one. Okay, so Perfecting Rhythm in our dressage workbooks, similar like the jumping workbooks. Week 4 jumpers, you're going to be doing a course. Week 4 dressage, you're going to be doing a test. Okay, you're going to be doing a test. These tests you can't find on the internet. Okay, we've designed our own special tests. Basically, what we've done for our tests is everything you've been working on during your course of the training plan over those 3 weeks. You're going to be practicing that, right? You're going to be putting it to the test. You're going to do a dressage test. You can actually submit your riding videos, which is super cool. But yeah, so this is where I recommend you start if you are a dressage rider. So, lots and lots for you to kind of embark on. I know it might seem overwhelming at first just because we have literally so many books. It's ridiculous, but don't get overwhelmed, okay? Start with these ones if you absolutely don't know where to start. And from there, you can start mixing and matching and custom building your own training plans. That's something unique that no other program or book system has ever done before. And, you know, you might have horse A, for example. Maybe horse A is a green horse, right? Maybe you have a younger horse. You want to start horse A with the dressage books. You want to start with perfecting their rhythm, getting them relaxed. But maybe your second horse is like oldie goldie, been there, done that, and you want to challenge them a little bit more. So you might kind of play with some of these other more advanced workbooks, okay? You might start your advanced horse with this book, right? Oh, I've been stuck in the 120s for a while. I'm ready for the 130s. Let's do this one, okay? So you can definitely customize your training plans based on each individual horse, each individual rider. Maybe you're a coach and you have multiple students working on different things. Or if you just want to kind of taste test and see where you're at because you're not 100% sure. Okay, so start with the ones we recommended, and then you can kind of tweak and adjust and kind of go from there. So in every training plan, you start out with your warm-ups where you are focusing on installing those buttons for your horse, okay? Make sure everything is working, right? Like a pilot that always tests every button before they take off, okay? Then you're going to have your main session. Obviously, the main session, it's based on the theme of the book, okay? Or the theme for that month, okay? So if that month you're working on your distances or your rhythm, that's what you're going to be doing, okay? After that, you're going to have your cool downs. These are so amazing, okay? These are based on biomechanics. They're very targeted exercises. They might seem fun or they might seem a little bit different than what you're used to doing, which is great, okay? Because the definition of insanity is literally doing the same thing again and again and again and again and expecting different results. So we're going to tweak your nervous system a little bit. We're going to challenge you in new, exciting ways, and we're going to target your body using biomechanics to get your balance and position and everything else working and correct, okay? Because again, it doesn't matter if you're already Grand Prix or you're not quite Grand Prix or you're a beginner. Every single person on this planet has bad habits, incorrect muscle memory, things which we need to improve and adjust, and that cool down is going to be your time to do that. So in our workbooks, and let me just go ahead and set this one down, and I just want to give you a brief overview of how it actually works. So the beginning of the workbook, very straightforward, a little bit of an introduction. You're also going to be diving into your big why and set your impossible goal, okay? Goal setting, so important, because if we don't know what we're aiming for, we can't achieve it, okay? The next thing is you're going to have an actual map, and you're going to have a progress tracker self-assessment. the cool thing is throughout the books, you're going to kind of check in. And I want, like, these are workbooks, okay? Like, get a pen, fill them out, okay? If you have a digital book, print it, write it, fill it out, okay? But what you're going to be doing is you can't track what you don't measure, which is why we've put numbers to every single thing which you're going to be working on. And so throughout this book, especially when you first get started and when you finish, okay, 30 days later, you're going to be able to see those numbers and see exactly what you improved, how much you improved it. You're going to have actual measurable results based on you, like what you've discovered and you've been documenting throughout this process. Okay, don't skip that. Okay, don't cheat. Don't think you're too good to know, like, what score you are, okay? Especially the dressage riders, you guys are used to getting scores and numbers. Jumpers were so bad about that, okay, right? Track your progress, okay? Put numbers to it. There's a reason that it kind of works in dressage, right? You know your percentage and you know what you need to work on. Same for the jumpers and the adventures. So once you've kind of established where you are, you're going to be getting your actual week training plans. Again, as I said, it's going to be your warm-up, your main session, and your cool down. And then what you're going to be doing, let me just skip to that page. You are going to be writing it down, okay? You're going to be documenting what actually happened that day. So many of us, and it's been scientifically proven that this actually works. So many of us, how many of you remember what you were doing 5 years from now? Do you remember what you were doing 5 years from now on January 3rd on a Wednesday? Okay, like, I don't remember. Okay, I wouldn't be able to tell you what I ate that day, what I rode, what exercise I worked on. With these workbooks, you will be able to know exactly what you worked on, how it went, what you struggled with, and what you need to improve. Or as the weeks progress, you will document what actually improved, how you improved it, what worked, what didn't work. So again, you're going to be able to actually measure and track your progress. Take this seriously, okay? You are not too good for this, okay? It's scientifically proven. Documenting and journaling, it works, okay? So we have, if you ride 3 times a week, for example, we have 3 different little journal entry sessions so you can document your specific rides that week. Okay, sound good? Everyone on board so far? And then, of course, every single week, as I said, you get new homework, new training plans. At the end, week 4, you have your little dressage test. Okay, you're going to be putting what you learned to the test. Okay, if it's a course, you're going to be jumping a course, okay? Make it work for your arena. Don't stress or worry or think, oh my God, I only have enough jumps for 10 jumps. That's okay. There's going to be variations. There's going to be different explanations, things that you can do. Make it work for your arena. Don't stress. Don't worry about it, okay? But have fun. Have fun. That is the most important thing. And I can't wait to see your videos inside our Facebook group, okay? Send us your videos, your riding videos. If you have a Pivo, okay, track you as you ride and send us those videos of you doing your homework, okay? This is another cool bonus that we do. You can watch what other riders who are also taking part in our books and our challenges are doing. You can upload, get feedback. You are not alone in this journey. Okay, you are not alone in this journey, and I cannot wait to see and hear from you in our group. So have fun, choose the book you want to get started with, and get going. Bye.